Can you say hi, Zeffy girl? Nope, okay. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming live from Mesa in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling Serenity Sunday. We have had an awesome day here. We started the morning off with a nice walk. We got to go play with a new friend, or somebody got to play with a new friend. We got to play with Nellie, and Nellie is half golden retriever and half labradoodle, so very, very cute dog. Not too much bigger than Zeph. She's about 20 pounds, got 20 pounds on Zeffy, but they had a blast. There was a big dust storm in the park from him running around and kicking up all the dust and everything. We had kind of a relaxing day, but I'd had my mastermind group yesterday, and we went over a whole bunch of different tools that you can use for your business to help simplify things, make things a little easier. And I was like, nope, it's my Sunday. I am offline, putting the phone down, everything else, and this one thing kept nugging at me, and I was like, damn it. So I finally gave in and went and did it, and so I got one of the tools, going through the list of the tools that are out there, seeing which ones would work best with my business, and got one of them set up. And we sat outside for quite a bit. It was nice. We put a grocery order in today, got it delivered, so that was nice. And the guy across the road he said, how much does it cost you to get that delivered? And I says, about $3 for a service fee and then tip. So he's like, well, that's not bad. I said, nope. I said, it's such a huge time saver. It's saving me a lot of time, money, and hassle and stress and everything else. So it's well worth it. And so it was good. So we got the groceries in for Thanksgiving, and I'm starting to put them all away, and I'm going through the bags. I'm like, damn, I forgot to get barbecue sauce. So I can't make barbecue pork for Thanksgiving Day unless I put another order in at some point. And I was like, yeah, no, I can't be bothered. So we're just going to have pressure cooked pork loin on Thanksgiving Day. Yes. And we'll do that in the Instapot, so that'll be awesome. And turns out really good. So I'm going to get a good rub and a marinade for it. So I'll probably pull it out Tuesday and let it thaw in the refrigerator for a couple of days, and then marinate it Thursday morning, and then cook it up. And then my favorite author put a thing out today that wanted to know if all of his followers would like to do a large group Zoom thing on Thanksgiving, and gave us 3 times, but didn't tell us which time zone. But that's okay. We asked the question, we got it answered, so I then voted on my time. But the problem was I subtracted 3 hours instead of 2, because he put Eastern and I'm on Mountain, and I was thinking Pacific. Ay. Time zones. You kind of forget about them after a while. But otherwise, it's been a nice quiet day. We sat outside for a while. Zeffy went under the thing. She got spoiled rotten today. The guy across the road came over, gave her treats, gave her some pets. Then the lady next door came over and gave her some more treats. And Zeffy just sat there, tail wagging. But she's been very quiet. Most of the day she's been pretty quiet. Been trying to get her to sing again. So when she starts doing her whining thing and gets really loud with it, I start singing back to her. It is hilarious. The hard part is trying to harmonize with her while you're trying not to laugh. But hopefully one day we will capture it on video so you guys get to see it. But it's a lot of fun. We just have a blast with that. What else did we get done today, Zeph? She's just conked out on the floor asleep now. We got all the magazines out into the cart. I've got just a little pile, but this is the pile that I will keep a majority. There's a little pile on the couch over there. But that's a pile that I would probably keep the most, because they're more reference magazines than regular magazines. So they've got my Genealogy Society magazines there. Actually, no, those ones aren't in that pile. They're in a separate pile. Or maybe they are. I've got all the genealogy magazines are all in there. So I'm just going to go through them and put tabs on the pages for what subject they talk about and that sort of stuff, because it's always a good way to learn that. And we were sitting outside between when we do all the groceries and when they got delivered, and I'm trying to read. I go out there and I try to read a magazine article while we sit out there, and but Zeffy decides, it's playtime. I'm going to throw this out of the reach of my leash, so you have to get up and go get it every time, or I'm going to go for a walk underneath the RV and visit the people on the other side, even though there's still another site to go to get to their place. But she just stands there and whines at them, so I just stand on this side, grab hold of her leash and just tug her back under, and she just walks back to me with no problem at all, which is kind of cool. So I don't have to go to the other side, release her from the leash, walk her back around here, pull the leash through, and then reattach it. But so then when I got close to the groceries being delivered, we came back inside, and we had the door open but the screen closed, so we could talk to the people who were delivering our groceries today. So it was pretty cool. And so we just had a nice relaxing afternoon now, and we'll be going for a walk shortly. We're going to head over. Probably won't do a dog park tonight. It'll probably just be a walk. We've got the pink cart outside has got the magazines in that have got to go to the magazine recycling thing. There's also trash cans on the way, so we're going to put the trash in there as well, and get a walk done, get the magazines dropped off, get the trash dropped off, and any other recycling that we've got, because they've got all of that over in one particular area. So we'll go get all of that done, and then walk on back. And by the time we've done that and come back again, with the route that we're going to go, we probably would have been close to a mile in walking. So it's not bad. So it's been a pretty good day. So how was your Serenity Sunday? I keep forgetting to ask people. Oh, and this is what I discovered. Yesterday, I discovered when I was doing my Facebook Live on the laptop, I was getting it all set up and everything, and I happened to notice it said all audience only me. And I'm like, that's weird. So I flipped it to friends, and then went ahead and did my live and noticed I got people watching. And I thought, wonder how many others are like that. So I went onto my profile, changed the filters to only me, and it brought up all of these posts, including my daily lives that I have done since I did the OS upgrade on the Mac. But when I talked to other people, they said no, they're not on they weren't. They noticed the same thing on a PC, and so I'm sort of like, okay, so it's a Facebook thing. So and this is something that's changed recently. I don't know what's changed or when it's changed or anything else. But when I go into my privacy settings, everything is set up exactly how I want it. There's, nothing on there that says only me except for my birthday year. The year of my birth is the only thing that says only me on it. Everything else, like posts, lives, all of that, all those settings are set to either friends or public or friends, something like that. But not only me. And so I thought, that's really weird. So when I went and did my live this morning on the laptop, I noticed again it said only me, and I'm like, but all my settings say for, so I can't figure it out. So if you like looking for my videos and stuff and you haven't seen them over the past few days, that's why I have still been doing my lives every day because today's day 479. So I've been doing my lives every day as normal, but because of the setting on the laptop, it comes up with only me, and I didn't know it was there, so I had to go through and release all the other videos that had gone through. But they had transferred across to YouTube like they're supposed to, because I have a process set up where when I finish my live, it gets picked up by this other app that then transports it magically off to YouTube, and it puts it up there as public. So I'm sort of like really puzzled as to why the laptop shows that. And when I got on here on my phone, I checked it, and I was sort of like, oh, on the phone here it says friends. So why on the laptop does it say only me? I don't know. And it doesn't matter if you're on a Mac or if you're on a PC. They're both the same, because I've got other friends who have some who have Macs, some who have PCs. They're having the same issues as well. So don't know what Facebook's been up to, but it seems to have occurred around the same time I did the OS update on the Mac, yet it's happening to PCs as well. So who knows? All I know is that Facebook's played around again, and it's for some reason you can't change the default on that setting. So I don't know what the heck's going on, but if you go, maybe they're trying to encourage you to do phones so that you go to your phone and do your lives. I don't know. Who knows what they're thinking? But anyway, so be aware of that. So if you have missed any of my daily Facebook lives, they are in my feed now where they are available to be seen, or just flip over to the YouTube channel because they're all there. I have when did I last look? I had close to 900 videos I have done since I started the Facebook challenge on August the 1st of 2019. So I've got close to 900 videos sitting over there between, between Zeffy's ones that are on Zeffy's, because any videos that get posted to Zeffy's Adventures get posted to a playlist on that YouTube channel as well. So between those videos and the ones I've been doing daily, we have around 900 videos on there. So they automatically get transferred across. I don't know how long it takes from when I finish the live to when it gets over there. I don't know. But if you miss it and you can't find it in my feed, pop over to YouTube and have a look, because that's where they will end up. But anyway, that's it from me for Serenity Sunday. Hope you've had a super fantastic, sparkling, relaxing day doing whatever it is that you wanted to do, and you're now ready for another week. We are going to go for a WALK to the recycle bins and everything, get rid of all the magazines out there in the cart, and go for a wander, and then call it a night. Come back, kick back, relax, and tell me your thoughts on this one. This is just random. It just popped into my head. So I've been watching this French series called Origins, which is about a genealogist who works with the police and helps them solve these murder mysteries and all these different mysteries and things. And I've been talking about the last couple of days. And, of course, it's got all the subtitles up there because it's all in French. So season 1 ended, and so today I got to watch the first episode of season 2, and I'm watching that and I'm going, where's Margot? Margot's not here. They have a new Margot. So here is my issue with the new Margot. She is younger than the other Margot. She is in a completely different apartment that is the complete opposite of the older Margot's apartment. And she drives a car, whereas the other one would go around town on a bicycle, called Tornado. And so I was sort of like, what the heck happened here? And so, because in the very first episode, we find out that Margot is a longtime friend of the chief of police for this little town that they're in. And I'm like, okay, she looks a little too young now to be a lifelong friend of the chief of police, somebody he has known for a very long time. It's almost gone to the point now where instead of looking around the same age as the chief of police, she now looks like he could be like her godfather or something. There's that much of a change in the age, and I'm sort of like, okay, I know that some series the actor is not available, or they don't renew that actor's contract for whatever reason. That actor leaves, and they need to find somebody else for that character. But when you go from somebody who is at this age and you bring them down like take about 20 years off them, and everybody else around is all the same people, like the chief of police is the same, the captain's the same, the detective detective admin person that they have, Grania, she's a sweetheart. They're all the same. Everybody else is the same, except for this one person who was a genealogist. And I'm just like, that is really weird. And it's taking a little bit, well, it was only 6 episodes the other one was in. But I liked her. I liked her love of history. And so it was just weird how they had done it. Oh, and they'd gone from a blonde to a brunette as well. Like, this person was like the polar opposite of the other person that they had. To living in a trendy style apartment with a car instead of the bicycle, and in this older place that has all these has shelves full of all these history books that she uses for her genealogy stuff, and likes art and all of that sort of stuff. And I'm just like, this is just so inconsistent, and there's like a 20-year age difference between them. I'm like, unless they're now making her so that she could become a love interest for the captain, who knows? I do not understand. I did not understand the process of this, but it was just such a culture, not a culture shock, but just such a shock to see such a change in a character. Normally they try to get somebody who looks somewhat similar to the other person that was there, and they but this one's a little more, isn't as much of a gentle. She's not anger, but she's a little more brisk than the other one was. A little more brash. She's a lot more brash than the other one was. the other one had a very soothing, and she was very pleasant to watch. This one's got an edge on her. So like I said, complete opposites. So it's kind of interesting how they did that with that. No, I thought if they had given her a completely different name, and for some reason Margot had to leave, and they've brought in this other genealogist, that I could understand. But to give them the same character name, they would have been better off renaming the character and having her come in as their new genealogist because Margot's gone off to do whatever she's doing. That I could have understood. But to have the same person have the same character name played by a different person who's polar opposites plus 20 years younger, that's a little weird. But anyway, that was my observations for today. So if you're doing Facebook Lives on laptops or computers, watch that audience button to make sure it says friends and not only me on your phone. It looks like you're going to be fine. And what's your thoughts on bringing somebody else to play the same character that's polar opposites and doesn't look anything like the person or has any of the same traits that the previous person had for that character? You know, giving them a complete overhaul. Basically, that's what they've done. They've given this person a complete overhaul. So I've now got to look at it as a reboot. But the problem is that everybody else in the cast is the same except for this one person. Anyway, that's my little thing for today. We're off to go drop off some magazines, have a walk, stretch our legs a little bit, and then we'll come back and figure out what we're going to have for dinner. So have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys tomorrow for... It's Magic Monday today, one of my favourite days of the week. I only have 7 favourite days. So have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you tomorrow for Magic Monday. Hei konera.